There are a lot of people that haven't seen your face. A lot of people haven't seen my face.
Well, they need to. They both.
You just got to kind of keep putting it out.
You know
there,
what?
right?
This
All
needs
the
to be the
time.
Rob and Bob show, or Bob and Rob. This is your house, so Bob
Yeah,
first.
It came out pretty easy.
Yeah.
Bob, well, because it's coming from me, you know. So, but yes.
I like it.
Appreciate you guys meeting with me. I know you're very busy.
Man,
So-
we're busy because of people like you that trust us, and that's
Well,
that's what I was back there doing. So I was having to tidy up a couple of things before
Yes.
I got in here. And,
Yes.
it's
Awesome.
important to me.
it is.
Well, I was telling him that, or telling you that we connected on Facebook, and so he was just telling me that he's been in the business about 2.5 years, and he's a vet.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And that's what really
More
caught my
importantly for
eye, because he is really, puts out a lot of content on Facebook and
service.
and is really wanting to serve that community, which, is near and dear to our heart. So that's why I
Awesome.
reached out, and I'm like, we need to meet. And you're like, yeah,
Exactly.
let's do it.
Yes.
So it
Yes.
means a lot that
What
you drove
branch?
over here.
Air Force.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Nice.
Hey, everybody slips through. I was that 1%, but I made it. I made a career out of it. They took me as I was, and here I am. So I appreciate it.
So tell me what's going on in your business and what you're doing and what your market is and how we can.
I'm just trying to make people's dreams come true. Home ownership. I mean, either people are buying homes or they want to buy homes. My niche or however you want to call it,
Yeah.
I would say it's first-time home buyers and veterans. That's what I'm really passionate about, because there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Sure.
Not on purpose, maybe, but just like the string and telephone or can or whatever, I'll say something to you and then you'll add on to
Yeah,
it. And
exactly.
by the time
it gets to the right person,
it is
it's
totally,
diluted.
yes. So I'm trying to make sure I stay educated and current on events and what's going on, so I can pass the right information on to people.
Okay. So it's kind of what we talk all about. It's all about education.
Yes,
So all we really want to do is focus on how many people can we educate and help them reach their goals.
exactly.
And if we do that, then ultimately what happens for us?
There you go.
We exceed our goals,
There you go.
right?
Yes.
Because we're helping more people do that.
So if you help enough people get what they want,
Yeah.
or you educate enough people,
Uh-huh.
you'll get what
Zig
you want.
Ziglar,
There you
Does that
go.
sound
There
familiar?
you go.
Bob
I probably
says that
screwed it
all
all
the
up,
time.
but
No,
yes,
Bob
exactly.
says that
I do.
all
I
the
screw up
time.
everything.
It's true.
It's
So if you come from a genuine place of helping and educating, I mean, it shows. If you come off salesy, and that shows as well.
Yeah.
So, but just to help the individual. So
Mhm.
a lot of people are more receptive to just clicking on the video instead of having me call them or them calling me. They just watch the video and like, oh, okay, and putting it into action.
Mhm.
So that's what I like to do.
Maybe a series of videos that kind of goes into about veterans, like what are some misconceptions about VA loans,
Right.
or
That I can only use it once. That there's a cap on it.
So many.
Whatever. If I
It's
had
a
a
great series to
foreclosure,
do.
I can't use it anymore. So all misconceptions,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
a lot of veterans that have already earned this entitlement are, not using it because they just don't know.
Okay.
So it's going to waste.
And then this first time home buyers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
And for the same reason,
okay.
just education. And I mean, it's so stressful. I mean, you're looking at this big, I'll just use elephant, but one bite at a time,
Yeah. Right.
You'll get there, and we're here to help you.
A lot of it too is the first time home buyer. I feel like today wants to buy the $350,000 house right out of the gate. It's not going to be your forever home. You think it is,
Right.
but you're going to live there
Right.
5-7 years, if maybe that, and then you're going to want to trade up. So don't worry about the perfect house. Buy what you feel is perfect for now,
Right.
so that it gives a good resale value down the road. And then, even if that is 150, 175, 200, you take that
Right.
and you build the equity, and then you take that equity and you go buy your next house. That's
Right.
what we did.
And sometimes it's not what you can buy, it's what you should. You don't want to create a financial hardship on yourself.
Mhm.
So I let them know that as well too. Because some of them who are educated on their VA benefits are first-time home buyers who are,
Right.
have good credit. Oh, I can afford this. Like, well, be careful, because I mean, you'll get what you ask for, but you still have other bills and obligations. So don't just get it because you can afford it. Make a smart financial decision, and that's what we're here for. Because your eyes get big, you get excited, like, hey, we can do this. And
Yeah, a lot of times they'll also say, hey, I want this 350 house, but I'm really looking for a payment around $1,200. You know, okay, well, great. Because I always ask them the question, you know, like, tell me what what you and Rob have been talking about, what price points and all that kind of stuff. It's
Okay.
Great. And then, you know, kind of where are you thinking you're trying to keep your monthly payments, right? Because I really want to understand what your budget is and everything that you probably looked at.
Okay.
And so sometimes those align, but a lot of times in the first time home buyer conversation, they're a little far off, right? And so then what I'll do is I'll say, okay, well, let me kind of show you a couple of different price points and payments that are tied to those price points. That way you can make a better decision. So I put together what's called a home loan analysis.
Okay.
And it's where they can see this visually. They will see, okay, here's this sales price, this sales price, this sales price, and this sales price. 4 different price points. And here are the payments that are tied to those homes. But they're like, oh, yeah, I like that one better than this one. Okay, well, if you like that one better than this one, then that's going to be this sales price.
Yeah.
And let me show you how we got to that. That comes with a 2.75 rate. This is the property taxes. This is the homeowner's insurance. So we just kind of put all that out there for them.
Awesome.
He really does take on a true advisory role. Like, you know, like you said earlier, you can't sell people on this. You know, you really have to advise them and make sure that they are making the best decision for their family. You know, because a lot of times they get in their mind, they just want the, you know, low rate. But there's really a lot more that goes into it. It's the total cost of, you know, ownership.
Right.
And he really breaks that down for them.
How do you deal with clients who aren't ready right now because of money, credit?
Mm-hmm.
Do you just, hey, call me when you're ready?
If I talk to a client and they're saying, hey, Bob, my credit score, I'm looking at it right now, it's at a 620. So I know we're probably going to be at a 600 or something like that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do what's called a what if simulation, right? Where we're going to look at it and say, okay, if your credit score is at a 600, what do you need to do to get it to a 620 or a 630 to get approved for the loan, right? And then I'm going to give them that list of items that they need to be doing. You need to pay down this credit card to this number. We'll give them a list of items that they need to do in a window of time that if they do it in, their credit score will go up.
Okay.
So that's part of just our normal services. Now, if it's structural in nature, meaning we got to change a habit, they just don't pay their bills.
Okay.
They got late payments all the time. And then I refer it out to somebody, and then they will, basically a credit restoration company, right? 700 Credit Repair. And they will work with them to basically say, okay, hey, what are you doing? How's your budgeting? You know, why are you paying these late? You need to be, you know, obviously get these on track, but then we need to work on all these other collections and all these other things to get, you know, the score eventually from the 500s, low 500s, high 400s up to the 600 price point.
Okay.
I've just found that most, you know, they're in a pattern, they have a habit, and it's hard for them to break it. So then we got to figure out, like, why do you really want to own a home?
Okay.
Like, what's your why to owning a home? If it isn't big enough, then you're never going to break your habit.
Right.
Because it's the reality. It's out there.
Right.
And there's ways around it. There's ways to fix it.
And of course, it's up to them to do the work to show that they're serious. And like you said, their why has to be bigger than, you know, the obstacle that they're trying to correct or whatever. But at least you give them that roadmap to, you know, get it accomplished. So
I really do appreciate you driving here to meet with us one face to face. That already sets an expectation. So I appreciate that very, very much. And you know, this is our little business, and it's a family business, and we're going to do everything not to let you down and make sure we only build you up. And you know, I look forward to many years. I'll be doing this for another 20.
Okay, well, I'll be here too. We'll do it together. We'll build together. So
what do you like to do for fun?
I still try to play sports, football, flag, of course. And she's like, how do you do it? I'm like, I just don't say anything. It hurts, but...
I got my little TINS unit on my back right now.
Yeah, my wife knows exactly what that is. Yes, well, I do too, but... Wow.
I think I put my socks on wrong the other day. It's like, oh my God.
Right, and pull something, you're right.
I did.
Right.
So this thing helps out.